So that was a little swing tapping and slapping etude. So swing meaning it's all in triplets, so 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... So we start off with E, and we play F sharp, and we do a little hammer on pull off from F sharp to E. So we've got 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a... So there's 1 and a 2 and a... You can hear the triplet swing. Okay, the next part is that we've got 2 groups of triplets, and we play these triplets by slap, pop, slap, pop, and then slap, pop. So the first 2 are all on the same string, so it's E, E string, and then F sharp, and then F sharp, muted, and I'll pop the C. Okay? Now I come to the tapping part. So I just want to mention too, so we look at E as being our kind of root note, or our tonic. So we've got E, F sharp is our 2, and C is our flat 6 in this context. So now moving to D. So D in the context of E is the flat 7. So we're just kind of looking at it as in a general scale context. So I've gone down to D. Now I'm playing D, I'm playing C sharp, which is, if you look at it in context of E, is the major 6. So there's sort of a little bit of a modulation between the 6s in this. Now the reason for that is that just the way that it sounds. So for example, if I'm playing the slap part, I prefer that to, okay, and when I'm playing the tapping part, so what I'm playing is, I'm playing the major 6 and I'm going up to the E again. So I prefer the sound of to that sound of the flat 6, for example. So really it just comes down to the fact that I like the sound of one more than the other in different contexts. Now the way that that works out is that we end up with E being our 1. Okay, now we've got F sharp, which is our 2. And we've got G sharp, which is our 3, okay, from the tapping. And then we've got the 4th isn't really played in the etude, but there's no reason to assume there's anything but major at this point. So we'll just assume that. And the 5 we've got. Alright. So 1, 2, major 3, 4, 5, and then we've got the flat 6, okay, which is C from the slapping, and then we've got the major 6 from the tapping part, okay, and finally we've got the 7, which is D, which I'm playing is the low note here. So what we end up with is we can look at it in 2 ways. We've got either Mixolydian with a modulating flat 6, or we can look at it as we've got a more exotic scale, which is the scale spelling will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, and then have that major 6 as the modulation. Either way, I'm using these 2 notes, and it doesn't really matter which scale you spell out as long as you've got a general context in your head. I think this scale might also be known as Neapolitan 1 or Neapolitan major. I'll leave a note in the description so that if anyone wants to check out the scale they can once I've looked it up, because it's not on the top of my head at the moment. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. So the tapping part really is just to kind of reaffirm what I'm doing is, so just using that group of notes there, and I put them all together. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.